I feel like I just walked in and we're on. It might be why Reverend Rachael was waving. Either way, welcome to CSL St. George. Because we're all friends here. There are no strangers when you walk inside that door. We welcome you to linger in this family of love. Hold you in our hearts the way you are. We are all friends here. There are no strangers when you walk inside that door. We offer you to linger in this family of love and hold you in our hearts the way you are. We are all friends here. There are no strangers when you walk inside that door. We offer you to linger in this family of love and hold you in our arms the way you are. Yes, we hold you in our arms the way you are. Good morning. So I don't know which Reverend I get to welcome because we got both today. Let's start with Reverend Rachael and see how that works out.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing today? Excellent. Where am I? I got it. There we go. Okay. So I am here to say welcome, everyone. We're glad you're here. We will start with is there anybody new that hasn't been here prior to today? No? Jesse hasn't. Jesse, welcome. Welcome. We have a present for you. Where did you hear about us?
I've known about you guys for a long time. I serve in another group in town here, and so glad to come.
Well, thank you.
First time in 10 years.
First time in 10 years. I think that's pretty new. So thank you for joining.
Tell us what organization. So I serve on the St. Interfaith Council.
The Interfaith Council. Excellent.
Solomon's Porch, and so I know Marina from there.
Perfect. Well, yay, Marina, for inviting, and thank you, Jesse, for coming. Absolutely. Beautiful. And we got the present for him, Rick? Excellent. Okay. So also, now I want to say thank you to Richard. Have you been here before? Has he? You're new enough. Okay, Richard, thank you for coming. Where are you from? Palm Springs, California. Excellent. So we're glad you're here, and we will make sure you get a present too. Yes. Excellent. And he's a practitioner. I know. So very grateful. Grateful. I'd like to acknowledge the people that help bring this whole thing together every week. So today we've got, of course, Alan. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. Alan is doing our music for us. Thank you, Alan. We've got Christy on sound, Bill on internet technology. Thank you. We have Star is our high watch today. We've got Sue as the practitioner of the day. Marina is going to be doing our reading. We've got Diana in the kitchen. Thank you, thank you. We've got Anna was our greeter today. Thank you. And remember, by tithing our time, talent, and treasure is how we make this a community that continues to thrive. So now it's time for us to say good morning to each other, even though I know we've been doing a lot of mingling this morning already. So let's take about a minute and get up and give some hugs. Remember to ask permission before you hug anybody. And Alan, if you can do a little ditty for us. Alan, if you can do a little ditty while we do our greetings. Pay attention.
We're diddying over here.
So go ahead and welcome, welcome. Good morning. welcome back. And now, welcome back to your seats. I love that we chit-chat and connect. It's a beautiful thing. I am now going to welcome up Reverend Joe to do our Flame of Faith ceremony.
I don't need that, but thank you. Should be on. Check, check. All right. Would anybody like to be my Vanna White or Mr. White and do the gong today? You're picking on, you just got voluntold, Tony. I was going to say, Jofi, you got some power over Mom. I think you know how this works, yeah? A few times. All right. So we perform the Flames of Faith ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples, all things, all beings come from one great presence, which we, among many names, like to call Spirit. We first light the unity candle, which represents the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. And if you're new, generally when we gong, we just take a breath and anchor that in. Excellent. We light a candle for shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light a candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light a candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light a candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light a candle for Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light a candle for Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light a candle for Islam, honoring the path of compliance with the will of God as the highest calling. We light a candle acknowledging all forms of new thought, including Centers for Spiritual Living, the metaphysical path of a personal relationship of healing through the practice of universal spiritual principle. We light the next candle for inclusivity, affirming that those that are seeking a stronger knowing and understanding of divine love are welcome here. Nothing exists outside of God. You are welcome here. And lastly, we light the healing candle and invite you to silently offer into the light the names of loved ones, knowing that they are now the perfect expression of Spirit's eternal wholeness and love. And in that, we call to mind Julie Smith and Charles Smith. Letting go and letting God, we affirm all is perfect, whole, and complete, and affirm it by saying, and so it is. Thank you.
So it is.
I am alive. I am alive. I am a light of this world. I am alive. I am a light. I am a light of this world. And I shine shine, and I shine so bright, and I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. You are alive, you are alive, you are a light of this world. You are alive, you are alive, you are a light of this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. We are alive, we are alive, we are a light of this world. We are alive, we are alive, we are a light of this world. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. Now we'd like to welcome Sue Fulmer up to offer our invocation for today.
Please join me in affirmative prayer. I speak in the first person because we know that we are all one, the I am. Affirmative, knowing that if we believe it, it will be. And so I recognize in our midst, always, everywhere, the Spirit of God, the Holy Spirit, the Creator. So many names for that which is love. I feel that in our midst, and I feel it within, knowing that I am a manifestation of the Creator, that I have that spark, I have that light within me. And as I know that for me, I know that for each creation, each beloved here, and each creation in this beautiful world, in the universe. It is all that is. And I realize that today we join in common spirit, in like-mindedness, in joy, in laughter, in fun, and in growth. Grateful for our two ministers that are here with us today to lead and guide us. Help us to take those things into our minds and hearts that are spoken and be able to share and glow with the philosophy that we have, with the positive word that we speak, that we share. In gratitude for meeting in these very favorable circumstances, we extend our love and friendship, fellowship, knowing that this movement of CSL St. George is moving with a powerful force throughout this community. And in gratitude, I release my word knowing it is, and so it is.
And now we'd like to welcome Marina Anderson to read for us today.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I have to tell you that I told the crowd at our beautiful ceremony on Friday that I was feeling Twitter-pated. I'm still feeling Twitter-pated. That's a thumper thing, in case you don't know what that means. Uh-oh. Thank you, Reverend Joe. So I would like to tell you and reiterate that I'm stepping in for our beautiful Charles today, who was going to do the reading. So we've saved his reading for him to do another time. Just please keep Charles and his beautiful wife, Julie, in your prayers as she's in the hospital again. So we miss them terribly. Opinions hold no power except the power we give them. As soon as we realize that they do not partake of reality from that moment, we are free. Glenn Clark. This reading, by the way, is from the Science of Mind magazine for October 2025. I encourage you to subscribe if you're not already. It's a beautiful publication. The oldest publication in the country, actually, consistently published since its inception. Each of us has an individual part to play in the great scheme of things, and the most valuable thing anyone can do is to understand and have sympathy for others with a greater sense of love. This is not merely an idle sentiment or a wishful wishing. It is practical living. We must do away with all prejudice and learn to respect each other. We must come to know the needs of others and to realize that at the base of everyone's life is a sincere desire to love and be loved. Possibly, there is not quite enough give and take in our manner of living. Naturally, we have different opinions, for we are all individuals, each in our own right. Yet we are all so much alike in that we all want people to like us, and we want to feel that we enter into their lives in a vital way. We all have similar needs, hopes, and longings. It is this kind of understanding the world needs. Perhaps we need it more than any time in history. From it alone can come a sense of mutual security and well-being among people and nations. This is from The Power of Belief. Now would be a good time for more mutual understanding, wouldn't you say? Naturally, we have different opinions drawn from different fact sources, and what hasn't changed through the ages is that we all draw from the same well of inspiration to meet the same basic needs. We can counter prejudice with proximity, drawing close to each other we don't understand, and honestly appraising our emotional inventory.
Thank you, Marina. Thank you. You know, we've been blessed at this center to be navigating a path of uncertainty for many years. But it sure is working out pretty good now. I can remember back when this song was first came to us, we didn't have a minister and we didn't know where we were going to find a minister. Right, Chris? So we just said, we affirmed we had a minister. Now, we not only have a minister, we have an assistant minister. So we don't know what it is, so we just accept it. It's a mystery what it's going to be like tomorrow. And we love the change. There's a path that we know many people take, seeking truth and some things unexplained. Setting out on a road that is mostly unknown. Sometimes it causes worry and strain. We set out instead, not knowing what's ahead, and wondering what lies around the bend. In faith we know that wherever we go, life's eternal and this road has no end. Honor the mystery, embrace the change. Only one thing remains the same. That's Holy Spirit calling our name. We honor the old ways and bless the new. Open our hearts and welcome you. Honor the mystery, embrace the change. Only one thing remains the same. That's Holy Spirit calling our name. Honor the mystery, embrace the change. Deep inside, we all know if we only let go and let God lead, there's nothing to fear. The slower we go, the sooner we know, and everything will become clear. Honor the mystery, embrace the change. Only one thing remains the same. That's Holy Spirit calling our name. Honor the mystery, embrace the change. Honor the mystery, embrace the change. Only one thing remains the same. That's Holy Spirit calling our name. Honor the mystery, embrace the change. Honor the mystery, embrace the change. I think Reverend Joe's next, right?
Oh, that's right. We have a video first. So in case you didn't know, we had quite a grand time on Friday. Most of you were there. And I don't know if you saw Yvonne. We recognize her for helping us out with putting the montage of video together of the offering of thanks. And she already took a good group of our pictures and created a video. So we're going to watch that now. And we want to thank Yvonne.
Unfolded me, it has revealed to me life's nothing less than sublime. With every thought
the fullness of that love and joy is present always. It's always on. It's just how much really we're tuning in and tapping into that. And so I just want to remind you that we're looking for our glow-ups to be shared, and we will start doing that next week. And Barb, I already got yours, so thank you. We're going to share that with your permission. And it's, to me, sharing what we call a demonstration, if you're not sure what that is when we pray, when we fully align and let that prayer become one with that energy of the prayer, it shows up. So we can call it a manifestation, but what we're doing is demonstrating the fact that what we call the law or the Holy Spirit works, and it must work every time. That's why we call it a universal law. So please continue to flood my emails with your examples of demonstrating how this works, because it will help others. We kind of generally know, but as we grow, we're letting new people, even maybe like Jesse, who's not fully aware of the way we do things in our unique way of the world, what that means and how does it show up and how can we practice it. And I'm sure if I went to Jesse's church that I would recognize how it shows up for them and through their spiritual practices. So I just didn't want to forget why we're here, but today's going to be kind of a laid-back day in the sense of no formal plans other than have a beautiful conversation with our beloved community. And that's why we're both here in support and recognition. You guys all showed up for our community on Friday, and we're just going to continue that love and energy going forward. I'm going to turn it over to you.
So I believe Anna handed everybody a white piece of paper to write down any questions. Oh, you offered them. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and hand them out. So the point of that piece of paper is so that if you have a question or a comment or clarification needed for something with religious science, or that you want to know about me and Joe, or personally, write it down and we'll have someone pick it up. If you've got go ahead and just hold it up if you've got the question.
Raise your hand, and I think it's
We've got pens.
we can hear you.
Yeah. Oh, that's true too. We just want to make sure we want to reiterate. So we start with the theme of the day, which is the
Inner illumination.
inner illumination. Thank you. Inner illumination. And so what does that mean? What does that mean? It's that inside-out living that Joe talks about, or Reverend Joe talks about with his arise.
Yes.
And so
That's our whole purpose.
that's the whole purpose now, is the arise. And so I think that may be where we start.
I agree.
Okay. So what kind of spiritual practices do you do, Reverend Joe, to get yourself for the inward out living?
So weekday, as I work a regular profession, I wake up, I read, do just what Marina did. I open the Science of Mind magazine and I read today's reading. That helps me to anchor before I do anything else. And doing that, the first thing I do keeps me from starting to fill my mind with the agenda of the day, the circumstances of the moment, whatnot. Now, it's on my phone currently, but of course, I have the paper copy, which is most important, because as soon as I pick up my phone, it's so easy to start swiping away to something else. So that's why I choose to do both. I can take it with me wherever I go as a spiritual practice to anchor in sometimes during the day. And then I get on a daily prayer call with my prayer partner, and we assist each other with prayer as well as our families and communities. So know that you are always prayed up every day for this community. After that, I head out into work. And then during the day, what I've been practicing a lot this year, because last year you heard me dealing with work.
The complaint-free world.
In not so
Yes.
great way. And I need to put the band back on, because I know that I'm getting days without complaining now. And so one of the
That
things
is
I've
so
been
awesome, 'cause
paying
that's
atten-
hard.
It,
That's a challenge.
I haven't done it consciously yet. So, and that's really, think about that. What I'm saying is I'm allowing the circumstances of life to dictate how I feel, all right, and dictate my, in essence, future.
And that's not inside-out living.
Correct.
That's outside-in living.
That's reversed.
Right.
So that's where the word evil comes from. It's being lived backwards.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. When we're right, amen.
Oh, we got a lot of oohs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
So that's that. So if you think about it, really, the word evil has. We talked about that last week. Evil has no power of itself. It's just us, through ignorance, not using the law to its full potential.
I always think of evil as turning away from the truth. So if you're the truth, I'm actually looking in a different direction. By just turning my viewpoint, I can go from the evil to love.
Yes. Right. And so that one of the things I do frequently now is I've noticed that I'm constantly, I would say constantly, but too frequently in a state of stress. And I know that now through my breathing. I'm just talking to people and I'm realizing my voice is high and I'm up here for like no reason at all, which is somewhere a habit in the back of my mind that I'm in fight or flight. And so now I just check down. I take a nice deep breath. I center. I have my little mantras on my computer monitor to anchor me in. And for the most part, that's what I do throughout the rest of the day. How about you?
Well, mine are a little less rigid or consistent, I suppose. So in the morning when I wake up, it's always a walk to the restroom, because I know we all do that, right? And each step I take, I say thank you, thank you. So each step is a thank you, thank you, thank you. Just that being in that place of gratitude.
A moving meditation.
It's a moving meditation.
Yeah.
I do a lot of my meditations in movement. When I'm driving, I tend to either be listening to spiritual practices or I'm in silence, because I find that the world is so busy and there's so much going on. It's really hard to find time to just be in the silence. And so I literally turn off the radio. I don't listen to any books, and I drive. And I drive for my, for a living, because I'm a chaplain, and I go from house to house or home to home. And so doing that in a place of quiet and just breathing is important. Also, I take little mini meditations. So I'll set my timer for 10 minutes, and I'll just close my eyes and focus on breathing and silence, and I breathe, and then I'll fade off, and the timer goes off, and I'm like, oh, I'm done. Okay. And it's amazing how it just calms me, and it brings me back to center, because I think stress is the biggest evil. I'll call it evil. Because it takes me away from the calmness and the love when I'm feeling stress. It's hard to think rationally when I'm in that fight or flight space. And so really being able to get myself back and doing it several times a day to that place of calm, the place of love, makes a big impact on me and I think the people around me.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Also, I love, I do a workout, and I do believe that workouts are a spiritual practice, because it allows me to be focused here with my yoga and my Pilates. And I think self-introspection is also a spiritual practice, and being able to watch when the emotion comes up and go, what's that about? And I'm pretty good at that too. So paying attention to what is happening inside of me when things are happening inside of me.
Yeah. And you just reminded me too, before I go to bed, I just do a quick daily review and give myself a hug for the things that I know I did well, meaning I improved on, and from the day before. And then I think about the things that I want to improve on the next day, and then put that into the intention while I sleep.
That is a beautiful thing. Yeah. That alpha state of mind is very powerful.
Right. I mean, that's, when we're sleeping, we're in that pure state of consciousness, right? So there's no resistance. So it's really important that, in essence, I'm going to use the word program. What are we programming? If I'm just caught up still in the stress and anger or whatever it is that I kind of finished the day with, then that's what we're going into. In essence, that's what our mind is working at creating for the next day. And I learned this way back from Wayne Dyer, I'm going to say, and Louise Hay, of, before you go to bed, let go and let God, as we say, and just know that all is well. And from Mary Morrissey, tomorrow's a brand new baby day. I have my coffee cup with that on there. Brand new baby day. And in essence, what I was trying to show you last week was it's a brand new moment wherever we go, whenever we choose to just pause, right, and breathe and step in.
Yes. So anybody have a, yes?
Double-sided, and it's very mundane.
Okay. We take mundane, it's all right, because the sacred is in the mundane.
Yes, we can definitely take mundane and make it into sacred, without a doubt.
Pass that down there. Pardon me.
So we're picking
Thank
up
you.
for those out there.
Come back, that's okay.
internet land. We're just gathering a couple of the white papers.
Ooh, we got some.
So go ahead and
questions.
just pull one and read it and see what we got.
All right. We know that we are not separate, and the only truth is love. How can we live this truth in such a way that we can help a world that believes in separation? Ooh. Well, that's a whole talk and a half.
I know, that's a great question. The first thing that comes to my mind is a practice, and it's definitely a practice, that I remember Reverend Marquita actually taught Joe and I. And that was to take the time and look at people and in my mind say, we are one. And so as I'm driving it and I see somebody where, stop and I catch eyes with somebody, I go, we are one. If I see someone on the side of the road, pedaling, I say, we are one. Grocery store, we are one. And it's just a constant reminder of we are one. And then it gets to the point where it happens automatically. So then I can look at Sue and I know that we're connected. She shows up as Sue and I show up as Rachael, but we're still part of the whole.
Cece.
Cece.
One little phrase added to that I often do is, I am here to serve you.
I am here to serve you is what Cece said. I love that. Yes, I am here to serve you. And the more we can be of service, the more we can be connected.
Right. It reminds me of, I got to look at it sometimes too, but my screensaver says when you replace why is this happening to me with what is the blessing, everything changes. Yeah, so that's part of it is, and then the thing I talk about all the time is the microscopic view under the microscope to the satellite view. That has really helped me, especially through, the media loves to create anything it can to help us feel that we're taking a side and we have to feel good in that side, and then that means we're against somebody else. And I really, for me, wanted to get outside of that. And so I remember that, and it came from a dream I had, but that satellite view just out in space, when I was looking at Earth, it was already perfect. It's not till you kind of go into that micro laser moment where it is easier to see, well, maybe this is not all perfect from this very particular point. And yet, when you pull back and go, man, it's really not a big deal. It's kind of like I could allow, if my shoestring breaks, to ruin my whole day, and I would. Back in the day, it was the Buffalo Bills, and Monday, how I felt on Monday depended on what happened on Sunday, and that's how I was, and half the town was as well, so that's what, again, that was the consciousness I was in. And then you have to step outside the box to recognize, no, this is all happening, and it's all good if you choose to see it that way, but it does take practice. I'm going to say every chance you can get, like that's what you do and we do just during the day. If we just do it in the morning and we end cap it kind of, so to speak, that's okay. It's better than not doing it anything at all. But it's those challenging times when somebody really kind of gets us and triggers us. Remember, nobody triggers us. We're the ones pushing the buttons. That's where the work is.
Yeah. So Ernest Holmes' quote, and I'm paraphrasing, show me a man who is for something and against nothing, and I'll show you someone who walks the sacred path.
Yeah. And it's free.
It is free, yes.
Yeah.
And I think that that's another thought that I do in my brain is that I don't have to be against you. I don't have to be against this philosophy, but what I do need to do, like Mother Teresa is, I need to be for something. I need to stand in the truth of it. I don't have to fight against, I can be with. Yes.
Yes. I'm trying to grasp this.
Quote that just went through my brain, but I can't. It went away, so never mind.
All right, I'm going to try to read this one. Daily devotion, first fruits, prayer, to stand firm in every situation in our standouts and principle.
Not be
devoted to the leader of, in other words, follow and obey, thoughts and feelings and behavior about people, places, and things in the world, which are founded in the belief or spiritual position of having our backs turned on what is true and normal while we are living backwards.
So I think this is more of a thought than a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But 100%.
Yes.
It's following following principle and practicing prayer to stand firm and be devoted. And if I'm not sure about with regards, and whoever wrote this, if you want to straighten me out, us out, please. That's good? Okay. And that's the thing that is different about New Thought is, like, as I stand up here, you know, as spiritual director, I don't like, I say leader, then I feel like I'm a cult, so I don't like saying that. But, right. So that's why I wanted to make sure and anchor that the installation on Friday was, it's not, yes, it's about the fact that you have a leader, great, that's, you know, we need direction, and that's my purpose. But, you know, we don't have even a prophet. We look at Ernest Holmes as a very wise and aligned individual. By the time he left this plane, he was as saintly as any saint, and it actually happened at a Sillamar during one of his talks. If you watch it, you can see where he felt the inner light, and he was not around too much longer after that. And that's what happens. And so, you know, it's sometimes scary to say, well, you're really kind of doing this on your own. Yes, but you're not on your own. And so, you know, the beautiful thing is we believe you can find whatever it is you're looking for anywhere through any circumstances if you're open to it.
Yeah. I don't have anything to add to that. That was good. That was good, yeah.
All right. Would like to participate in a meditation. That's really small for me. So meet sometimes, during
During the week.
So during some meeting,
Yes.
as in do some activities outside of the center. Yes, we hear you, and we are putting that together as we speak with Anna and Sue, and we're going to be coming up announcing
solstice.
a winter solstice event
Yeah.
coming up in a couple months. If you want to help plan that, let Anna and Sue, you're also kind of
Actually,
helping?
if you can
All of us?
stay after the meeting,
Oh, that's
we're
right.
having a
We're
mini meeting. We're doing a 5-minute brainstorm. Right after. So if you are interested in participating and coordinating, please join us right after service. So that'll be the first, and it happens to land, this winter solstice happened to land on a Sunday this year, and so we'll be able to do this and that all in one. So it'll be a fun night. What?
You can read that one.
If 1,000 members show up tomorrow, each giving tithe and talent, how would your church change? Okay. What would you be able to do? Michael online. Okay.
That's my son.
That's your son.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Michael. Also your favorite child.
Yeah.
Actually, it says, who is your favorite child?
Oh.
And you have a favorite boy and a favorite girl, right?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Uh-huh. So if 1,000 members showed up tomorrow, we wouldn't have any place to put them at this point. But we will. And what would we do? We could,
Well, I'd like to open that up.
yeah, I just feel the energy of that. That is amazing. And I can see it happening. I do see it happening.
Coming from a place that it's already given, which is
Yeah.
really what the question is,
Mm-hmm.
where would we like to be? Where do we see ourselves? Ooh,
Christy has something.
I'm sorry, I just...
My answer would be, welcome them with open arms.
Welcome them with open arms. Thank you. I love that. Yes, yes.
Yes.
So we've talked, the core council has talked about what is possible and what could we do. We would be of service. We would help those that are hungry. We would help those that are looking for source and God and relationships and community and sound baths and resources and love. I mean, classes. Classes.
We would put together
absolutely.
a
Educational.
group to start
Yeah.
to help Bill in looking for our new location,
Yes.
so that we can house and have
All
multiple
of that,
services
yes.
and have our own classrooms and meditation rooms, and we're doing well with what we have, and that's the key, is being grateful. Once I'll be right there, Sue's first, and I'll get to you, Jesse.
We have a stage, and we have seats that are so that everybody can see.
Theater seating.
And lighting onto the stage, and a band, and stained glass windows.
Stained glass windows. I love it. So Sue is basically describing our sanctuary as someplace magical. Thank you, Sue.
Hear the sounds,
Yeah.
right? Video streaming, all that. Yes, Jesse.
I was gonna say you could set up weekly small home group services in different parts of town. Say
Yes.
Yes.
And then when she spoke, it gave me another idea. You could have a really large
Yes.
Love it.
To have our own
Yes.
place. Yeah, when we get our own place, that opens up so many
So many.
options. And you know, the very thing that we, the resource engine that, I don't want to see the word need, but realistically, in order to go to every weekend is people.
Yes.
Because it, you know,
Well, if we had 10,000 members show up,
we
we'd
would have
we
all the
would be
people we
in
need, which is the
person every
resource
week.
engine.
Absolutely. You said
1,000.
1,000. I said 10,000.
Oh, you said 10,000? No.
We have a really big sanctuary. Online,
We'd have
everywhere.
Well, we just do multiple services.
Multiple services.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic. Thank you,
Yes.
Michael, for the question.
Great, yes. Thank you
Any
for this.
other input? Okay.
And I would just say, continue to play in the imagination. That's what I do all the time. And, you know, I do see stained glass windows, beautiful and so on, and arches. I'm done with square rooms, so try to, like, just open flow. When we were at Buzz and
Love a
Brushes,
glow.
remember that? It was very flowy.
I love Buzz and Brushes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We literally started a spiritual center in a casino in Las Vegas. That's where CSL Southern
Yeah.
Nevada started.
It was great.
Yeah,
It was a beautiful place, too. They had flowers painted because it was a
so colorful.
paint party place.
Yeah.
It was great. Yes.
Pleasure. All right, CSL was founded on spiritual healing. How do we apply that today?
That is a great question. Healing is a connection with Source. And so when we practice connecting with Source or God or Spirit, that allows us to open up to the healing process. So the only reason that there is not healing occurring is a separation between me and my Source, because Source is perfect in every way. The imperfections come through my ego and through my disconnection or my doubt or my thoughts. Because what goes into the thought, what is planted is into the seed, is what is generated in the soil. And when I'm planting pain and suffering, then that is what grows in my life. So science of mind and what we teach is we figure out what we're planting and we plant the things we want the results of versus what society or what we call race consciousness, which is basically just global consciousness, teaches us to. We are so much more than that.
Yeah, race meaning human race.
Yes, thank you.
I was trying to look that up. So the question is the Science of Mind magazine offered in large print? I want to say yes. It is? Okay. It's just when you sign up, you can choose that as an option. Yes. Great question. Turn that over. I'm not comfortable referring to CSL as church. Suggestions? Well, a center.
Spiritual center.
Yep. That's why we call ourselves center. And some of we tend to still throw the word church in there, and it's something that we work on. Because for many it is a triggering and it's more associated with a religion, and we're kind of more spiritual, not religious. Not that we look down or separate ourselves in other way, other than we do the way we do it. And this is
So we define terms. I always define terms,
Sure.
right? So religion, what a religion is something that has an origin story, an afterlife story, and then process in which you follow for life. So technically, we do fall into the religion, except that we consider we don't have as many rituals that usually occur when you have religions. And we focus more on the spiritual growth versus the institution of the belief. So Ernest Holmes, he wouldn't have called himself a prophet or a savior or anything like that. He would have called himself a teacher. And he taught by what he had learned through the Bible, through Emerson, through Troyer, through Hinduism, through all of the research and even Socrates and Plato he quoted and studied. And there's more names that I'm not saying, that he was about learning and figuring out what resonated with him and what is true. And so we are not here to tell you what to think or how to live or what to do. That's not the purpose. The purpose is to give you information, then find out what resonates with you, and so you are able to go, this is how I choose to live my life, not what you tell me to do to live my life.
Yeah, the word dogma, people, especially when I'm introducing it to new people, they kind of have a hard time saying, well, there's nothing I have to do. And we're like, well, no. you don't even have to come if you don't want to. But you're talking to me, so you have some questions. And we're not here to tell you what to think, but assist you in how to think. And honestly, the greatest thing I've learned in the last year was online when I heard, the question was, will we ever get to that center point of God consciousness? And the person said, well, even if you do, you're only going to know it through you, because you are a center of God consciousness. So it's kind of like, in my mind, it's kind of like this Rolodex, and all of a sudden you get to the top, and then you get but you can only know God through your own beingness, period. And so the more I'm going to say, not grapple, but investigate that.
I love the word grapple.
Yeah. So, well, I'm not fighting with it, and that's why I like grapple with this one. It's the more
Okay.
I allow that to percolate within my own body temple, and okay, so if I am truly that center point of God consciousness, then really nothing I am doing is in essence wrong,
Right.
which then allows me to feel more freedom to take the steps without judgment, because there is none of that other than my own judgment of my own self, because I'm the only one here anyway, in essence, consciously, right?
Right.
And everybody else is here doing the same thing, and we're just here reflecting our own individual center points of God consciousness and having this experience.
That is really deep.
Oh.
That's like, yes.
It sounds chaotic,
It
right?
does,
and
but
that's
it
why
makes
I
total
think
sense, yes.
when you're down in that microscopic view,
Yes.
it could look like chaotic. Like, to me, it's like looking at an ant hive. It looks like, I'm like, what are they all doing? And yet everyone is doing one specific thing. And when you look underground, some of these things are miles long, and it's crazy. And they're this big, and you know what I mean? So it's just, but each one knows who it is, what it is, and how it serves. And those are the three things I focus on daily. Remind me, who am I? I am the divine. What am I? I am the divine manifest in human form, having an experience. And how do I serve? Just by being. Every decision I make or not make, we are serving.
Yes.
So,
And I think on that note, we should conclude.
are we there already?
I think so.
We are.
We are there.
Wonderful time.
Hey.
So, no affirmation this week, so why don't we just close?
Actually, we do have an
Do
affirmation.
we have affirmation? Oh, well, let me sidestep that. Boom, it's lit. All right, that's CSL.
Yep.
All right, so let's do our weekly practice. Let's stand together. We're going to do it at least 2 times because it's that energy back of it. So one time, the first time, let's just read it through, anchor into it. Let me get out of everybody's way. On a countdown, 3, 2, 1. My spiritual practice is lit. We're going to amp that up. Ready? Feel that in your heart. Take a breath. Amping it up because we want to, because you are lit. 3, 2, 1. My spiritual practice is lit. And so it is. All right, so we'll anchor in prayer and affirming that God is lit. Yes. God is all of that, including you. And we anchor into this presence. We anchor into this consciousness. We anchor into this truth that everything is perfect, whole, and complete. Why do I know that? I know that and proclaim that because there is nothing outside of God. There is not God and there is just God being expressed infinitely. It all comes back to whether it's the word God or Buddha, whatever lights you up, anchor into that in a positive way with no resistance, joyful, blissful. This is the meaning of life, to simply recognize that and express that wherever you are at, however you can. And that is what we are doing in this blessed community. We are just individual lights that gather, combine our efforts, combine our love, recognize each other as that light, as that love, and that amplifies out through our spiritual community, through our greater community, through the world, and does good works, good with a capital G. So I am grateful for all the events that have taken place this week, particularly for our community, the installation for those that could be there, that couldn't be there. It was all perfect. The coming together of so many resources and the support of CSL as a whole, from the top to all the individual centers and so on. What an absolute blessing. what a team that we are a part of, what a large global community we are a part of. And we see everybody else on the same team, one team, Spirit's team, the team. There is no B team, there's only a team. And we are just enjoying that in, as, and through our very own self, and that is enough. And so it is. All right. You want to do offering? I am? Okay, I'm doing offering. Offering. All right, so this is a time when we practice spiritual law of giving and receiving. If you have already given, that's wonderful. Just to remind everybody, we do have a table over there with brand new affirmation cards that Rachael created. Thank you, Rachael. So we have our own cards that now have our information on the back. The practice is you use it until you feel good and ready, like you've absorbed that and aligned with that message, and then we pass it along and share our goodness with others. We do have, we all know the ways, and we are grateful. Just to remind you, your offerings go to events like we had and others. They go to support this community as well as Southern Utah in various ways. So we do tithe back to our community, and we tithe to Centers for Spiritual Living. So we practice this ourselves as a spiritual practice. So we do have an offering affirmation. We're going to move that up, please. Perfect. Please join me in saying this now. Pause. Hold on, sorry, my bad. Pause. Time. That was my bad. I'm gonna take that one as your leader here. Whatever your offering is, whether you've given it or not, mental, physical, whatever it is, hold it over your heart. This is the creative center. Okay, this is the vibration, and this is what we know happens through using the vibration. Okay, here we go. I am overflowing with love and abundance. I give from the source of my being, which is rich and unlimited. With joy and excitement, I share from this overflow. In return, the universe gives back to me in infinite ways, channels, and means, and so it is. Thank you. Little instrumental, feel free to... Join me, and if you like to put your hands toward this. Remember, energy centers, we learned that last week, amplifying what we have.
So knowing that God is all there is, all-knowing, all-powerful, all-present, knowing that God is the source of all things, we are so very grateful for all that we are and all that we bring and all that we experience. I am so very grateful for knowing the connection that I am of God. And in this knowingness, I declare right here and right now that the tithing that has been given, the tithing of the talent, the treasure, as well as the time, is all multiplied right here and right now to all those that extend themselves to bring a better community to this CSL St. George experience. And for this, I am so very grateful. In such blessings, I say thank you, thank you, thank you. I release my word into the law, knowing it is done, and together we affirm by saying, and so it is. And so it is.
All right. I do want to acknowledge one person we didn't acknowledge yet. I don't know if you've noticed, but it looks a little nicer up here. And that's because of this gentleman right here who gave his time and talent. David, thank you. Nice. You don't see the wires anymore. So simple things. And I don't know what we're doing now. Sorry, I think we're done, right? No, announcements. Who's up? Susie Q.
We have been so blessed to have our second in-person meeting in a row, and next week is another one. So be sure you come again for in-person meeting. No Zoom today because we are in person. Next week is called Life and Death, and that is Rachel's. No, Bill. That's right, we've had you come twice. Bill is our guest speaker. That's good, thank you. October 26th, in person, Bill. Life and death, what a great subject, and I loved what we did today, so let's bring that feeling of discussion and talk about life and death with Bill. Prayer requests, those of us that have the stoles are your practitioners, Stephanie, myself, and Bill, and we'd love to pray with you today over in the corner here. If you want to bring a prayer to us, a request for a prayer, we'd love to share that. We go through several years of training, trying to know, be a conduit for the truth for you. So please take advantage of that with us. A blessing to do that. And call us online if you need it during the week too. It takes a village to run a center, so we appreciate your time, your talents, your money, the things that everybody contributes. When she started listing who was helping today, it's like, wow, we've got a few in the participation seats, but mostly those that are giving. And I, for one, love to serve and love to give. You just feel so much better when you're contributing, so give it a try. We need you and we love you. We have a new little bookstore in the back, getting back to sharing the knowledge, and there are some wonderful authors back there. Check it out and make a donation that you can with love in the little love box there. This is for me. Next week, I am giving a woo-woo workshop. You know, we all are mystical. We all have things happen in our lives, maybe unexplained things. And I certainly have, and I want to share that and discuss those kind of things with you. So come after service next week. We'll start at 12:30 just for an hour. It's an introduction to an idea I have of starting a regular workshop for metaphysics. So come and join us. And let there be peace on earth.
Bill, you can't do that. And Stephanie, would you come up? And any practicing ministers, even from other faiths? Jesse, if you want to join us, it's up to you. We're just going to sing. And I know you could sing, so join us, everyone. Stand up if you're comfortable. Hold someone's hand. Over there is even better. Yep. Come on up. Let's get. There we go. Okay, perfect.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and how it begins with you. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be.
Hey, blessed week. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, my friend.